Spirit Readers, it's Kathryn Morgan and welcome to this month's Dear Katie video question. It comes from Kira and she asks, Dear Katie, how do you sew your point shoe ribbons and elastics? I just started Pointe and I've heard so many different opinions about what kind of thread to use and where to attach everything. Please help. Well, Kira, it's true that every dancer does something different. So my first piece of advice is to try a few different ways and figure out what works for you. But I'm going to show you how I do it. A lot of people find my way helpful. A lot of people don't. So again, try what I do and see if it helps you, and then you'll kind of gradually figure it out as you go. But here's how I sew mine on. To start, after I thread my needle, I flip the heel material over. This is where I'm going to sew my elastics. I like sewing them about a ½ inch away from the heel seam, maybe closer to an inch. To sew the elastics on, I take my threaded needle and put it at the base of the top seam around the outside of the shoe. Now, I pull it through the elastic and I keep doing this all the way across. So I go back down and pull through. Now to secure the elastic, I stick my needle through the left side all the way through the material and pull it out the other side. Now I push it back through on the right side and pull it all the way through. Now there's only one stitch on the outside of the shoe, and that definitely won't show from the audience. To finish off the thread, I do one more stitch and then I create a knot. So I pull the needle through, not all the way, and then I put the needle through the loop of the thread and pull, and it creates a nice knot. I sometimes double knot it just to be safe. Then I cut it and it's done. And now, of course, I do the other side. And now for the ribbons. I like creating a little square at the end of my ribbon, so when I sew it onto my shoe, I have more material to work with, and so it won't fray. So I like to put my ribbons about in the middle of the leftover material. This gives a nice pull to the shoe so the material doesn't sag on your foot. So placing it on the middle of the shoe, I then do exactly the same technique I did with the elastics. Put it at the base of the seam, pull it through, and then just keep going. I also use the same securing method by pushing the needle through one side of the ribbon all the way through the shoe and then bringing it back. And then, of course, the same knot technique. Through the loop and pull. Again, a very clean look, so there's not a lot of excess on the outside of the shoe. So now both the elastic and the ribbons are on the inside of my shoe. I don't like putting them on the outside. I think it looks very messy. To fold up the shoe to keep all the ribbons clean and neat, put the elastic inside the pointe shoe and bend the sides over. Then all you have to do is wrap the ribbons around the shoe and tuck them in. So Kira, that's how I do it. Keep in mind that as a professional, I go through shoes very quickly. So my ribbons and elastic are not meant to stay on for months at a time. It's very, very quick. A lot of people have found that sometimes my way of doing they come off. So just, again, play around with it. Play around with the stitching. I like, again, putting it on the inside. It's cleaner. But again, you just kind of have to find your own way. All right, you guys, I love you as usual, and I'll see you next month.